Mind philosophy discusses the insights from some of the greatest thinkers over time. It will also demonstrate how their wisdom can be applied against the complexities and challenges we face in modern society. It's how philosophy can be used as a vehicle to produce a better version of who we are and how we interact within ourselves and each other.
We are forever longing to be loved. Our love is born from a union through a partner, a God, or our desire to be adored by those around us. It is under this influence that our lives thrive into fluidity. It is like a veil of protection when we are coated through the layers of attention from others. It goes beyond attaining respect and power. It is essentially a desire for the distinction of being gazed by the four corners of the world, which in the age of social media is not an impossibility. Our sense of self is so critical. As a result, we buy the finest of clothes, yearn for expensive motorcars, flatter ourselves and others with what we know, or even perhaps try and convince others, even if we don't. For the love we long with all that we aspire is enough to spiral us into our own web of anxiety, which is what philosopher ALAIN de BOTTON calls a status anxiety. Status anxiety is what de Botton calls our self-conception of the ideals of success laid upon us by society, how it affects us when we're not loved. We become so anxious about how we fit in our world, and how we become so uncertain of our own value when our sense of identity is held by the judgment of others. De Botton describes our ego as if it were a leaking balloon, constantly requiring the helium of our love to inflate it. We often feel the consequences of neglect when others benefit from the reinforcement of the love of another. The consequence of acquiring status is always pleasant. We have freedoms, comfort, and space knowing that the eyes of the world gaze brightly towards us. Where to fail, we will feel humiliated as if the world will shut its eyes upon us. Or we could condemn ourselves with undeniable envy against others. We were brought up as babies through an unconditional love, being fed and clothed. Yet, in our adulthood, love and admiration is only dependent on achievement, and we are subject to bias or perhaps the snobbery of others. There are many who are able, yet not perceived, to be of worthy through the object of another's fickle admiration. Through our status anxiety, we become weak in our capacity to view things independently. We are forever occupied in not only pleasing the masses, but also to please the ones who hold power. It resonates a signal for us to set our claim for status, or the whim to honour those who already have it. As with status comes the attention of the world, for where there is attention for one, as per de Botton, comes the resigned eyes of many whom the world has elected to dismiss as nobodies. We will say our need for status is an essential part of survival, which is undeniable. Our brains are also wired to constantly seek attention and reward. We all know how material the world is. Over history, we've been ruled by kings, queens and governors who have adorned themselves with the finest of jewels, the sleekness of their silk, to show they are worthy for our admiration. Yet, beneath our assertions for power or economical aspirations, lies an undeniable longing for love. A longing for love that will go to great lengths to capture. For when we believe that the reality of life gives us reason to dismiss the good intentions of another because they are deemed not worthy, we have then lost a part of ourselves that makes us human. As when we honestly feel that we lose our place, then comes an opportunity for us to look where there is never status nor sunder, and that is the solitude of ourselves. If love is something that we all long, why then do we withhold it when we know it just takes a small gesture, a willing eye of attention that can make a world of difference? As there is nothing that will solder our spirits alone like a moment of magnanimity among a material world.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button and subscribe to the Mind Philosophy channel. Feel free to leave your comments so we can generate some conversation. A new video is uploaded each Wednesday, so I'll see you again on our next journey.